Well, good afternoon, friends. Hope everybody's doing well. I am on another Satisfactory game stream here. It's one of the things I can still do decently. I can't raise my arm higher than this. So anything that forces me to go out hurts. But I start therapy tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Hope you all have been having a good week. I am, so I have completed all of the tiers through tier 8 in Satisfactory. So the next thing is to complete phase 4, which includes thermal propulsion rockets and nuclear pasta. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. So I just built myself some miners, and I'm going to go down here and plunk them down on these copper nodes. Once I get rid of the copper that's on top of them. Hey, just mine, would you? And move on to additional stuff. All right, so I got one of them. Let's get the other one. Clear that. All right, and now, see here, I'm going to face east, so I want these to face east. You want miners. Face that east, face that the same direction. Boom. We got those two. Now, I need to build another station. Specifically for copper. Do I have the stuff I need? No, I need motors. I'm going to go and build a few motors, I think. If I have the stuff. Otherwise, I might have to go buy them. Wait, where did I put my, where did I put my... Did I not put one back down? I might not have. Need a crafting bench. Motors. Can I build any motors? Yes, I can build 11. Don't think I need much more than that. So I hope you guys have all been doing well. It's midweek. Yeah. Not been a bad week. Mrs. K is at work. We will be seeing Offspring number 2 this weekend. Offspring number 2 is coming out, staying at a hotel on the beach. That's part of the chain that she works for. And Mrs. K is going down there on Friday. And they're going to spend a day at the beach and have mom-daughter time. And then I'm going down on Saturday, spend the day there, and spend the night at the hotel Saturday night. So that'll be interesting. And I'm getting the fuzz removed on Friday as well. So it's been a busy week. I'm making a new to us dinner. It is sausage stuffed manicotti. And we've never made that before. So we'll see how that goes. Needs to turn. Let's see. Let's go back over here and align it. So I started building blueprints, nice stuff blueprints. And I realized, you know what? I just want to get through to the next phases quickly. So then I have everything unlocked and I can do whatever I want. That's kind of where I am at right now. All right, so this is going to need Asphalt floor there. Ooh, do I have room for this? Yeah, I should. Yeah, that works. Now I have to go back in here. Need to take this. Copy it in here. I need to remove this one. Hey, get me down there. Take this one. We're going to recreate it with the ports on the right side. I designed these particular portals so that I can use either side. As inputs, all I have to do is turn things around. Oh, excuse me. Nope, got an ad break coming. Of course we do. And we do that. This. So these block signals and path signals allow me to have multiple trains in these sections of track. Aloha, Bob! How are you, my friend? I hope you are doing well. I have been time syncing myself in Satisfactory. Just why It's not good. It's not friendly. Or two. That's what we're gonna call this. Hey, Stretch!
He's not the Messiah.
Oh, ads.
Very naughty boy. Now go away.
Yeah, ads. No, I'm not a fan of them, but, you know, nowadays I think they're just a necessary evil. Yeah. I should have hit that. I should have hit the starting soon screen. I totally forgot about it. I should have hit it before I started the stream. I totally forgot about it. My fault. I was eating corn dogs. Fueling myself. So, my bad. Is this the copper in? Is this the copper in, or is this still iron? Cool. Alright, so now I can add to the timetable here. This is going to be iron ore supply. Timetable. I'm going to have him go to... Oh, we need to adjust this now, because it could be overloaded. So load only iron ore. This is unload only iron ore. The early ones, now you get 10 more. Had time to get in one aloha. Well, aloha! Alright, so now copper ore 2. We're just going to load only copper ore. And then copper in. So I had been trying to keep this build neat. the hell? Yeah. Didn't work. Bob has been freed. Unload. This is an unload. All right. Ooh, that was close. Almost didn't hit it fast enough. Yeah, so I've been trying to keep this one neat, and then I realized, look, I just want to get through all the phases first, and then I'm going to build the cool stuff. So it's become a little bit more spaghetti-ish. So, you know. I have these funky ramps. I did like stacking the train stations, though. And I will probably do that in the later builds. I'll probably do that in the later builds. No, Bob, I hadn't heard. I am sorry to hear that. I am glad that treatment is going on and that the prognosis is good. I am so sorry to hear it, my friend. It sounds like maybe they caught it early. Hope so. Yeah. I actually have a close friend from high school that went through prostate cancer, and he's doing great now. Changed his diet pretty significantly, and he's doing great. So I'm hoping the same for you. Yeah, that is definitely something that can suck. It's tough. But you know what? Treatments are good nowadays. So hopefully it's good. Oh, you got the aggressive. Oof. Again, that's something I'm sorry to hear that. But like I said, the treatments are good nowadays. I'm hoping the best. Geez, and I thought my shoulder surgery was an issue. I want to do it. That's what I'm doing. You know, they're using the word cure, so that's excellent. That's good news. Cure is better than not. That sounded stupid, right? It sounded stupid coming out of my mouth. Let's tie these two together. This to here. Better than just treat, yeah. Exactly. In this case, 4 letters is much better than 5. All right, that should power those up. Yep. What do I got here? 240. 240. We'll just take those straight across. Yeah, so we'll bring this over. Oh, I need to get rid of some foliage. I like cluster bombs. So, Bob, how are you doing up here with all this? Are you, how are you dealing with it okay? Is it tough for you? How goes that part of the game? Because that truly is a mental game. Good. Good. Like to hear that. Too far? Yeah, that's too far. Yeah, the mental part of it is probably, I would say, and again, I don't have experience at this, so I'm talking out my proverbial ass. But I would have to say that the mental part of it is probably the more difficult part. Keeping yourself positive and, looking ahead when this stuff's going on. All right, now back to my plant. Yeah. It's, you do what the doctors tell you. You stay ahead of it. You do what you can do. And Stretch, how's work going? I know you've been working a lot of nights lately. That's great, Bob. Yeah. For the most part, track records nowadays are pretty good. Meh, it's going. Not enjoying it, I'm taking it? Or just, it is what it is? Well, I already ran out of encased industrial beam? Jeez, I just loaded up on those a little while ago. Mornings this week, 5:45 to 1:45. Ugh, early start. You're still doing the thing at the distribution, the moving boxes and stuff like that for, or moving product? I'm just going to fly over here to, I created it, not that anymore, on the packing line now. Oh, okay. That easier on your back? See, that's how you know I'm just gotten old, is that that easier on your back? Let's see here. Getting back to routine schedule hard. Yeah, no, I totally understand that, Bob. Last few weeks, since I had my surgery, things have been kind of just all kinds of wonky, so I'm finally trying to get back on a schedule. I was good for solid 3 months, keeping my streams going, doing what I need to do, and then made a couple of mistakes in the chill, so I decided it wasn't for me and moved me. Not like any human. Well, of course not, and certainly not the mistakes you make. Yeah, always surprises me how these folks will go. Up the wall and back over. $20 kilos of rice on the floor? Whoa. How do you like Civ 7? I have not pulled the trigger to buy it, but we just got our tax returns, so I may. I may treat myself. That'll be my May 1st treat after I pay bills, is I may buy that, and after I buy Mrs. Kahuna gifts for Mother's Day. Loving Oblivion. So Oblivion is the remaster, right? Is that a remaster of like crap? It's an earlier episode of Elder Scrolls. Yes? Check out CD keys. I'll have to look. I'll have to see if I can find one. The one before Skyrim. Okay. Suddenly I feel like a bullfighter. Strong like bull. I have played, I think, every version from the very first Civilization. That's why I'm thinking of getting 7, is because, you know, done the rest of them. 6 was okay. It was not my favorite. I thought they kind of missed the mark on a few things. The only problem I have with it, of course, is the whole one more turn. I have never, because I don't like playing on the small maps, and I guess my biggest problem is I am not a fan of. I'm not a war guy. I try to solve them all peacefully, and Civ's not. It's hard to win one peacefully. I find it quite different, but not different. Okay. That's cryptic, but I'll go with it. That's crooked, isn't it? Yep. Nope. Still going crooked. There we go. Yeah, I enjoy it. I just have to dedicate a long time to play it. Because I feel like if I start a second session with it, I'll never get back to the first one. You know, it's like I'll do one, and if I quit it, I'm not going back to it. Yeah, I'm bad that way. Oh, I want straight. There we go. That was there. But in general, I like the Civ games. Oh, I didn't need to go all the way over there. All right, let's fix that. Now let me come from the other side of that. There we go. Hopefully soon I should be getting some copper in here. Where's that train? Probably all the way over there. Detaching leaders from civs and 3 distinct ages. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 6 had sort of the eras. But yeah, you were one leader for a while, and I guess, yeah, I think that's the one I'm going to have to really kind of dig into. Is I guess before I never really paid attention as to what each leader's strengths were very well. And I think that's what I'd have to do with Civ 7 is really pay attention. Okay, I've got this leader. What are they good at? How do I exploit that? And, make for a good win. Or at least a good game. If it's an entertaining game, that's all it is. Where's my train? Not stuck. No, he's moving. And from what I understand, they have a lot more leaders now. So yeah. I'll probably pull the trigger here in the next day or two. Standard game usually less than 3 hours. So you're just playing the first age. Or the first era. Yeah, no, I want to try to finish it. I think it was, I want to say it was either Civ 4 or Civ 5, maybe all the way back to Civ 3, where you actually went to space. The whole idea was to get off the planet. Instant gaming. Okay. Cool. I'll have to look them up. All right, so I'm waiting to test to see if I've got this piece of work done here. Should be getting a train coming here. This is actually one of the more extensive builds I've done so far. Especially when it comes to blueprints. What I'm really waiting for is the 6x6 blueprint. Each age runs 2 to 3 hours. Wow. Okay, well, thing is that most days, unless I have errands to run or, things to take care of, I'm sitting here. I'm hoping that here in next 2 months, my shoulder will be in a good enough shape that I can spend a lot of time doing stuff. The issue with my shoulder is it takes up a lot of energy. Because I have to use my whole body to move things. Since I can't reach up, I have to lean forward either with my opposite hand, or I have to lean forward to where I don't bend anything more than the elbow to grab something. It's doing all right. Therapy starts tomorrow. I have some mobility. I mean, I can go up a little bit. Out, not a chance. I cannot rotate out this way. Elbows, anything from the elbows, fine. Down here, hanging down by my side is fine. But yeah, I have forward mobility. I can come up a bit to about there. But I can't. I got about 15 degrees out to the right, and that's it. So that's what we'll be working on, I think, starting tomorrow is with the therapy, is getting that to work. Hey, why did you go to the coal place, dude? Where are the iron plates? I need copper. You trains! Yeah, see, I can do that because it's bending at the elbow. Yeah. And I'm looking at this, my whole kind of workspace here, and I'm not fond of it. It works for now, but it's just kind of messy. And it doesn't work for me. I've tried a couple different configurations. Nothing seems to quite work. I saw an interesting thing online because I share this room with the guest bed. And we had a Murphy bed in here at one time, but I saw this new model of a Murphy bed where when it's up, it's a desk. It's like, and I mean, wide enough for streaming. You could put 3 monitors on it without a problem. And when you lower the Murphy bed, it lowers the entire desk down below the bed. So it's just like, whoop, gone. That would work really well for me because it would keep everything that I hate seeing underneath the bed, even when it's up as a desk. Each age is a military, economic, scientific, and cultural win condition. Space is modern scientific. Okay. Yeah, so there are similarities to the previous versions. All right, train, go get me copper. Wait, where are you going? Where is he going? Oh, that's the sulfur train. Never mind. Wrong train. Well, where's the other one? It's over there. Yeah, yeah, it sounds like it's similar enough that it's easy to pick up if you've played the other ones, but not but with significant differences that, from what I understand, they improve the gameplay. All right, so well, while I'm waiting for that train, oh, it's finally coming. Come along, train. There he is. Hopefully he just picked up copper, and that way I can see that this is working the way it's supposed to. Let's see here. Yep, he does the loop-de-loop. Going up to the top. Excellent. We have copper. You can get all 4 in every age. Antiquity and exploration have set turn limits. On a victory can be delayed, but by not triggering the final event of each win condition. Okay. Now, as with the others, can you continue to play after a win condition? Unload that copper, you devil. You didn't unload copper. 'Cause you're fully loaded with crap. Okay. Well, that's a problem. As the latest patch. Good. Yeah, because, I mean, that's always kind of my fun thing, is going past the win condition. Do I have at least some ore? I have copper ore here. Let's sort this. Yeah, I got a little bit. Let's just go put it there and dump it in and see if it works. Make sure I didn't jack things up too badly. Where did I see it? It is. Okay, so it's dumping it out. It's coming down the conveyor. And it's going right to there. Oh, I didn't give it power. Well, that's not going to work if you don't give it power. Lead. More power. Yeah, there it goes. Supposed to be iron alloy ingot. There we go. All right, so what? Now I got to look at my map here and see what it is I'm supposed to be doing with this. Wire. Where's my copper alloy ingot? No. Iron alloy ingot. There we go. Iron alloy ingot goes to just one place. It goes to a constructor for iron pipe. It just goes to that one. I don't know why. This is just an acoustic channel, and I like it. Got a good vibe to it. All right, so steel pipe's going. Let's make sure it's going where it needs to go. Be all the way down here. I should be going into here. Yes. Let's make sure it's going to there. You can't hear the music? Must be on very quiet. Because, I mean, it's showing up on my meters. Let me make sure I got that set right. Academic monitor and output. Yeah, you should be hearing it. Yeah, I don't have it up very loud. Everybody complains my music's too loud. Of course, which means, you know, the one time I don't have it too loud, it's too quiet. Hey, look, here comes the pipe. And up it goes, and there we go. Okay, so the next thing I need is wire. My chart here, see where the wire is coming from. Wire is coming from constructor for Caterium wire. Awesome. I gotta bring Caterium in. Okay. Have any near me? Hey, go away. Do you have any Caterium near me? Umba, 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 umba. I don't know. I'm using Satisfactory calculator, and it's asking for Caterium wire before it's asking for Caterium wire instead of. Yeah, we haven't played that yet. This Caterium's too far up. I have Caterium ingots somewhere. That means I'm going to need another station, though. Well, time to build a station. Crap. I don't want to go any higher. I don't think I can clear these constructors. Nope. Well, I could start. Yeah, I can do that. All right, let's see if I've got enough stuff to build it. Oh, no, I'm missing a ton of stuff. Yeah, we'll get back up to it, Stretch. I gotta get up to speed. I gotta get to where I can move things and move my... Oh. See? That. I have to not be doing that kind of stuff. Injuring myself with simple motions. Even showering has been kind of a challenge because, you know, you turn and maybe you slip a little bit and you go to catch yourself on the wall of the shower. Except you do it with the arm that's had the rotator cuff surgery and... It's painful. So, you know, once I get that going, then I'll be back up to speed. Yeah. Please don't do that. Thanks. Thanks, Doc. So how's the bourbon sipping been going there, Bob? Wrong. Oh, Mrs. K did something like that at one point. Accidentally jack things up that way. Stepping off a curb. Being laying off it for a while. Well, that makes sense. You know, given everything. I just know you're a fan of the good bourbon. Okay, yeah, I did make my list there of what I need to make. Let me get started with that. All right, so I need radio control units. I think I can build those. Only need 10. Oh, it should be. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into regular streaming again. Like I said, it was about a month off, but it was a necessary month. First 2 weeks were in a sling that just sucked. But I think I'll be much happier now that I'm starting therapy. Mrs. K is doing well. She's you know, teaching, or not teaching. She's assistant principal at school, and she loves the job. She loves her boss. You know, I don't know what more we could really ask for. I need a lot more than that. All right, let's try motors. Can I build some motors? I can build exactly what I need. Yeah, she loves where she's working, loves the boss. Oh, it's an ad break. All right, so now the last thing I need some heavy modular frames. What am I short on? Screws. I'm short on screws. I need some screws. You screw so loose they fell out? Yeah. Long time ago for me, my friend. Long time ago. My screws have been loose for a long time. Feel. Short video. Background for a live stream. Good loop. So I'm creating I'm trying a new tool to create backgrounds. Orange, dark, green, yes. Moody lighting. Let's see what it does. So, yeah. Still in the ad, apparently. But, yeah, I'm really trying to get more Oh, ad break is finishing. Cool. I'm really trying to get more consistent and serious about streaming and about social media and all that. And I feel a little I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough to be successful. Camera should be generic. You know, I feel like I feel like I don't know enough. And I am not out there enough to know the people I need to know to make it work for me. Does that make sense? I think at 60 years old, I want a mentor. Someone who's been successful at it. Even if it's moderately successful. I'm not looking for, Mr. Beast level here. It's moderately successful. And I just feel like I need a little guidance. Here's what you're doing right. Here's what you're doing wrong. Here's what you could do better. Here's what you need to stay away from. That's for me, Stretch. I mean, I want to be a little more successful in my streaming and my social media. It should be stationary. Yeah, I want to get more. I want to go to the next level. I feel like I'm stagnant. And a lot of it is because I took that year off, that year and a half off. It's about all around content creation. Yeah. And I guess if I had a method or a workflow that made sense, I think that's where that I think is where I'm missing, is the workflow. How do I create that content? How do I create content that people want to see? And that's where I'm stuck. If I could figure out a good workflow and something where I could dedicate 4 to 6 hours a day. That's almost a full-time job. And if I could garner enough to pay for my internet, how's that? That's not that much. Well, actually, in this household, it's a fair amount, but to pay for my internet, pay for the social media stuff I do. Yeah, that doesn't work. They would have an advantage because they have the chat, etc., and they can afford the games that get them the clips. Using the post on other platforms. Yeah. The thing is, I have some of the games, and I'm willing to spend on a game if I think it's going to do it, but the problem is the games that, well, one, the games I enjoy are slow. You know, like Satisfactory. Let's see, what do I need now? More modular frames. What do I need for modular frames? I need screws, don't I? Yeah, the screws. Oh, not enough space. Well, let's get rid of crap. I'm willing to spend the money on games, but it's that next piece. It's how do I create content from what I'm doing? You know, do I do streams and clip from that? Do I just play through on my own and clip from that? Tiz, yeah. And I like Tiz. Tiz has got a great atmosphere on her streams. I really like watching Tiz. She's taking a break though right now, right? And she went off to Europe, right? Greece, I think. You kept an eye on Netflix. Witcher series came out. She streamed Witcher 3. Fallout series came out. She streamed Fallout. Oh, okay. That's an interesting one. Of course, that means you have to kind of rely on the shows, but yeah. Went to TwitchCon Rotterdam. Okay. Never been to a TwitchCon. I don't know. I want to be to a TwitchCon. Factory is dimly lit with occasional punctuations of color. Machines spark. Let's see what that does for me. Network is also great. This seems like a good bean. Yeah, I guess, and see, and that's one of the places where I think I fail is the networking. I feel like I don't know who to network with. I don't know a good way to network. I've never been a networking person. I've never been that kind of person. So I don't know how to do it. And so that's where I think I kind of want a mentor to kind of help me out, get me into that. Someone who's been successful with it. Large named window beginning and end are the same. Okay. Huh? didn't like something there. Let's see. Figuring out myself, you know. Hard to ask other streamers this stuff. Exactly. Exactly. That's how I feel. It's like, look, I don't want to come on your stream and, you know, say, hey, can you help me grow mine? And they did the work. That'd be awesome, Stretch. Get active on Discord as a content provider games you like. Wait. That's actually a really good idea, Bob. I think I will have to try that. What the hell is going on here? Okay. It's not working. Yeah, I guess I just got to figure out, what am I building? Right now I'm building a factory to build thermal propulsion rockets. Except now I have to build a whole bunch of heavy modular frames. Not enough space in inventory. I need more space. Give me more space. There we go. Yeah, I ran out of screws, and rather than go halfway across the world to where I have them stored, I'm just going ahead and building them here and working that way. Yeah, I decided with this build that I'm just going to... And by the way, welcome, Bacon. I'm just going to try to get through all the phases first and then clean it up. Schedule a Discord hour every day for the same reason. Yeah. And I think I have to figure out what that discipline is, and yet be flexible enough so I can do things like doctor's appointments, do the errands that I have to run, where I'm not neglecting other responsibilities, but getting the time in. And keeping in mind that, you know, I'm an old guy. I get tired. You know, the 6 decades is, I'm starting to feel them more and more. So yeah, I figure I gotta figure out some way to put that into a balance, you know. And maybe the way to do it is to say, okay, well, I have these blocks that I have to get done each day. When I do them is when I do them. Maybe that's the way to do it. Misery. Yeah. You know, I joked recently that, you know, apparently my 720-month warranty has expired on my body. And they won't let me turn it in for a new lease. What do I need? I need 2 more modular frames that I can build. And I probably don't have enough screw. I probably have enough screws now, but not enough of the other stuff. Yeah, you know, it is what it is, and oh, 11. There we go. All right, so almost there. Getting old sucks was better than the alternative. Exactly. Look, any day on this side of the dirt is a good day. You know, I complain about the aches and pains, but I get to feel them. You know, I get to have aches and pains. So, you know, there we go. Enough for the modular frames. Now I can build those out. Get chatting in those channels if you catch them. Okay. Yeah, I really need to go through my Discord and sort things out. Woke up, they didn't throw dirt on me. Good start. Exactly. Exactly. You know, you gotta... Yeah, it's taking the good with the bad, I guess, in a way, but... we got to look for the positive in it, I guess. And have just one channel for Twitch links, etc. Yeah, I gotta, well, and I gotta organize the Discord just by, I know in my Discord, I have way too many channels that I follow that I never, ever look at. Ever. Why I have them there? No freaking clue. Just, laziness of not going through and sorting it, which, story of my life. Oh, I need more iron rod. Good grief. Oh, it's telling me that on the right-hand side. I just wasn't smart enough to do that. You know what? I'm just going to buy these. Grab some more coupons. Iron rods are cheap enough I could just buy them. Yes, I know, Ada. Can't take a look at other Discord servers. Yeah. Well, I'm talking just about my Discord app in general. I've got too much crap. Oh, I need to change this to Blueprint. There we go. And we'll move it back one. Rotate it. That. Now I got to do the other half. Gets rotated to there. This. Ah! Dummy. No, don't fall. Try it again. There we go. I'm not nearly that bad, but I probably have 20, of which I actively look at 5, maybe 6. Oh yeah, I need more motors. All right, I'm just going to buy them. I'm not going to build them. Yeah, no, I need to get into the... This goes like a brutal purging now and then. Yeah. And brutal is probably the right word for it. Just need to go through and just be heartless about it. I'm sorry, I haven't looked at you in a year. Goodbye. Yeah, I got to do that. And my problem with that is the time frame where I'm streaming, I'm rating when I have to get off. And so I might have to look at changing my stream time for that. I don't know. I'm still trying to balance everything. That around. Now I'm going to back here, delete this. Copy that. Turn that around. There we go. Raid and load up Twitch on mobile. Yeah, I guess I could do that. When I'm getting ready to raid, pop their channel up on my phone and then go from there. I guess I could do that. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. All right, now I got to put the rail lines in. Now let's see, can I put... About a half hour after stream to chat. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay for me. It's not great, but... Let's see if that creates a problem. It does. gonna put it down. Then boom. That works. Take a piece of rail. And over there. That works out. Bio break. Who said you could pee? I did, actually. Because it's a messy alternative. Yeah, I really got to sort this stuff out. And I'll be honest, you know, something I miss, Bob. I was making you pants in the chair.
He's doing the pee-pee dance.
That one's fine. What I need here is that. There. Come on. There. Fix things? No. I have a problem. Why I has problem? Yeah. Oh, because I didn't put one here. I did put one there. I put one there. Oh, because I did that. You know, in 15 minutes, the streamer leaving the wrap up as expected, but get done, yeah. You know what I miss, Bob, is those early days when we had the Anvilite streamer core. Because all of us were fairly new streamers. I mean, really, even World Anvil at that point was still a fairly new streamer. And we really had like this group that helped each other out. Hey, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I could, you know. You needed someone who knew stuff about OBS. There was at least one or two of us there. You needed help with technical stuff. You needed help with social media stuff. We had people there, and I miss that. I miss that ability to work this. And yes, that's just a hanging turnaround there. Yeah, 2020 was cool except for the pandemic thing. Yeah, exactly. This is going to be Ethereum in. Oh, well, let's call it Ethereum in TPR. Now let's go to the timetable because I have a Ethereum shuttle. One that picks up Ethereum. This one? Yep. We'll have him go to Ethereum. And then we'll have it go to and this is going to be Ethereum ingots. And this is going to be Ethereum ingots. Yeah, I miss that camaraderie and that community. And and I think communities a lot of times are like a band of musicians. Very rarely does a community hold long in the same, hold the same personality for very long. They adapt because their members adapt. And they change because their members change. I gotta get rid of this. So I get that. But, yeah, I miss it. Oops. That's there, so the other one's gotta be right. I put it in backwards. Yes. Oh, let's just do it the right way. Off to bed. Oh, thanks for the subscription. Thank you so much. I didn't see it. My sincerest apologies, Bacon. Thank you so much for the subscription. Why didn't I see it? Thank you so much. Hey, come back anytime. I'll be back on Friday, but I'm doing a slightly different stream. But thank you so much for the subscription. Have a good night's rest. Be well. And I will see you again. Thank you. Ah, there we go. Got my stuff in the right place. All right, so now what I'm going to do is... Whoops. Set a merger here. Merger. Just right. Thank you. Appreciate it. One thing I do already that's good is you engage it on stream. You always talk and get people straight away. Channels with big patches of quiet. You know what? Well, thanks. That's kind of you to say. That is something I've had to work on, I will admit. It's not easy to sit and talk to thin air. And until you actually, hit some of those bigger stream numbers, that's what you're doing. You're talking to thin air. And thank you again, Bacon, for the compliment. All right, so Deuterium's coming in. So now I have to go to a constructor, make Deuterium wire. You see, we talked about Deuterium wire, what, 45 minutes ago? Now I'm finally getting to it. And yeah, I'm spreading everything out because, again, this is more like a starter factory than anything else. I'll build the really big builds once I get through all the phases. I just want to have all the tools, and I'm not cheating by going in and saying, give me all the tools. The only quote-unquote cheats I have are that I have flight turned on, because in the end, all I would ever do is run wire and then use a hover pack, and it's the same thing. And the other is the creatures are on passive. But everything else I have to work for. I have to be willing to able to talk to nobody. Oh, I talk to myself all the time, which is why I have less of a problem with that. This is going to be Deuterium wire. Okay, so now just got to wait for Deuterium to come in, but I can run this over to where the wire needs to go. Yeah, see, some of the places here. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I talk to myself frequently enough that I don't have a problem talking to myself. And I did that twice. Either that or I talk to the dogs. They don't talk back. These are crooked. But that's okay. Okay, again, this one's not designed to be prettiest. I started off trying to make them pretty, but I decided it was better to get through everything first and then start to prettify. Yeah, I guess, you know, that may be, I guess, part of my goal is to get to a point where I don't have to talk to myself. Does that make sense? Where I at least have a couple of people on every stream that I can talk to. Again, I'm not trying to be Mr. Beast. One guy who I've watched, and I had never watched his live stream till today, which is amazing considering I have watched him in his videos forever. Is Total Eclipse, who does the he does a lot of Satisfactory videos, and I've seen his videos. I've seen many of his videos, his build videos, and he does a great job with the videos. I watched him finally today on a live stream, and he's really good. He knows how to keep people engaged. He knows, you know, how to talk to his community. Not going to make it there, is it? No, I don't want curve. I want straight. There we go. But, you know, it also helps that he has 50 to 100 people on stream with him. Tumbling satellite. What do they do? And then I'm going to watch them. Can watch VODs and stuff like that. What do they do that makes them unique? You know, what do they do that some of us could learn from? All right, now I just got to wait for Caterium to come in to make sure that that's working. Yeah, so yeah, there I go. There I go. I went completely silent there. I was thinking. Yeah, I maybe I'll spend some time. Well, the nice thing is Friday, and I am going to do a Kahuna read stream. I got to pick that back up. Friday, Mrs. Kahuna is going to be with the offspring for the evening, offspring number 2. And so I'll be by myself at home the entire day and the entire evening. Friday's not a big night for me. The only show that's on Friday nights, well, there are 2 shows on Friday nights that we watch, and one's always recorded, so we don't watch that till Monday. And the other I only watch with Mrs. Kahuna because we banter back and forth about the show. And since she's not going to be home, I can sit in a lair and do whatever. So maybe I'll make Friday evening a watch stream and take notes kind of stream. So right now I'm just waiting for trains. All my trains right now are 2 cars long. You know, locomotive and 2 cars. Which is another reason why eventually I'm going to have to completely rebuild everything, because I've set it all up for 2 cars long. I need to have 4 car long trains. At least. For really good work. One of the things I did do is when I built these train stations, I took the opportunity and actually put drone ports on the top of them. So that way it's easy to get more stuff in there. One piece of feedback I give with the Kahuna read streams. I know you tend to just carry on reading even if rated. Okay, good point. Satisfactory Games Factorio. Okay. He has some gimmicks built into his channel, points rewards. Yeah, and those are the areas I think I'm lacking is that viewer engagement stuff that I don't necessarily have to do, that can be bought with points, or that kind of stuff. Yeah, I had for a while was doing stuff like that, but that was when I was programming it myself, and I haven't gotten to where I feel like I want to start programming things myself again. Probably the biggest reason is because I really don't have a spare computer or the space for a spare computer that will let me do the programming and have it sit there. Yeah, so yeah. I guess I just need to learn. I need to learn. I think it's a thing. And that's good feedback on the read streams. I can either pin the message in the chat or put something. I can have something that pops up. Because I already have one. Let's see. Yep. Hang on, I gotta reset some. Ow, 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 ow. That was really dumb. That was really dumb. Oh, painful. Speaks French for 30 seconds, for example. Oh, okay. Let me go here and make sure this is MIDI. Close, and let me reopen it. Okay. So now, mute is 23. Let's see if this does it. Oh, I probably don't have that. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, see, so I have that stretch. It pops up the sound effects muted. But maybe what I should do is make that more of a solid message. Oh, okay. No French accent, but when he speaks French, he sounds French. Because he's, well, French. I'm guessing. Just made an executive decision. I'm going to put another train on these lines. On and 2 freight cars. I need modular frames. Oh, of course I do. But luckily, that's a fast one. I'm not put... I guess not. I am bad about littering the entire map with crafting benches. Rather than chase them around. Avoid having it flash. Okay. Yeah, I'm not one for flashing. I don't mind something being up on screen while I'm reading. That's something I guess that's something I can work on before the stream on Friday. Make sure it's visible to people with really bad observation. Literally in rocket science by education too. Did satellite design? Well, that would explain tumbling satellite. I'm gonna go over here to build it so I don't block this rail line. Transport. Truck. No, not truck station. Locomotive. Go the other way. And 2 freight cars. All this. Ethereum shuttle. And at timetable, you're going to go from Ethereum 1. GPR, I don't need to modify that because it's all it's ever going to get. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. And get out of the train. Let it do its job. That should be a little quicker than waiting for the other one to go through 5 rounds around the thing. It actually makes Chatter feel as if he's talking to him directly. That's what I think is important. That's something I actually learned in when I went to radio broadcasting school. Was whenever you are addressing the camera, the microphone, talk to one person. Talk to that person you're talking to. It's easy if you know the person who's there, but even if you don't, talk to them. Make it personal. That I know does engagement. I actually do that on the phone. Yes, you're talking to one person on the phone, but if you make it feel like you are not just talking to a robot, not just talking to whatever, or not just talking to the ether, it works. I could probably be better at that in those times when it's quiet, where I make it sound like I'm talking to just one person. I think that's what happens is, like I'll start the stream with, hey friends. Maybe it should just be, hey friend. Well, welcome friend. So yeah, I could be better about that. That's definitely true. Yeah, visible to people with really bad observation. That is, yeah, I'm with you, Stretch. I can work on that one. All right, so I'm waiting for the wire to be made. I'm looking for a train that's going to come down along the coastline there. Yeah, I'm still learning with Satisfactory. I'm still figuring out how to make smooth curves. I can do it with the foundations, but I have a really hard time putting borders on. I've not learned the right trick to do that yet. So, I got to work on that. Where are we at? I got about a half an hour. Then I have to make dinner. Dinner's an interesting one tonight. It is Italian sausage stuffed manicotti. 40 pieces don't play well with curves. No. I mean, like columns. I've tried using columns. I've tried using stuff. They don't quite do it. Yeah, it's Italian sausage stuffed manicotti. It's basically, literally, you take manicotti shells and shove a whole Italian sausage in it. Put it in the pan. Put some string cheese and mozzarella cheese and tomato sauce over it. Bake it, and you're done. That's a sulfur train there. Sulfur and coal. Yeah, see, like over here, I was able to make a decent set of curves. Ignore this junk. This is a decent set of curves for the rail line. I need to get rid of that foliage. I love those cluster ones. I mean, it's a decent curve, but I can't get the borders to comply. I can't get the pieces to sit on it well enough. And especially not if I try to put it into a blueprint, because these are blueprinted. Make it easy. By the way, I've done this entire build, and the maximum amount of power I'm using, I want to say I'm generating 9 kilowatts? 9,000 megawatts, I should say. So 9 gigawatts. Not even that. Just shy of 9 gigawatts. Usually get outside is with the inside curves. Yeah, that's what I'm hating. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Not sure how I'm going to solve that problem. Yeah, outside edges work the same way as the foundations. You're just following the same line as the foundation, so it usually works pretty well. Maybe a tiny gap on the very outside, but usually not a problem. But inside, not at all. All right, who's coming my way this time? Whoever it is, he has a full load. Oh, it's the Caterium shuttle. Cool. This is the one I've been waiting for. He should go out around that bend over there. Through that tree. And then come this way. Excellent. Give me my Caterium. That's unloading. Yeah, so I just haven't figured out a nice way to do the insides. I'm gonna. The other one I haven't quite figured out is how to do curving ramps. I've watched videos on it half a dozen times, and mine never seem to come out the way they do, even if I follow the instructions to the letter. All right, so this should give me a fair amount of wire. Let's go and make sure that's working on the other end. The new blueprinting where you can nudge the blueprints, including up and down, is a huge, what do you want to call it? Quality of life improvement. All right, we're going to wait for that wire to get all its way down here. I can get rid of this right here. Clean it up a little bit. There we go. There it comes. You have big batches of it coming now. Yeah, the inside curves are a problem. All right, here comes the first batch. It's a stator. It's going to go into motor, which needs a rotor. Have one for rotors? I do not have one of these for rotors. Here we go. I love it. I need rotors to build a machine to build rotors. Have enough stuff to build it? Nope. Just go buy it.
Parts purchase confirmed.
Yes, yes, I know, Ada.
By X times part value plus fix its stock value.
I know, I'm going to lose my bonus. Okay. Does not look straight. It doesn't look straight. Oh, because I'm backwards. There we go. Just enough space. What needs to go in there? Iron rod. No. Need to change it to rotor. Oh, I should look to see what kind of rotor I wanted. Yeah, I got to see which one it needs. Deuterium wire. You've got to go into stator. Copper rotor is what it wants. I have copper rotor, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Screws and copper sheets. Neither of which do I have up here. I don't think I've even made copper sheets yet because I just started bringing in copper. All right, so copper rotor coming from copper sheets. That's the screws. What are the screws being made out of? They're cast screws. Iron alloy ingots, which I think are these. Yes. So it wants cast screws out of those. So, all right. Here we go. Now we plunk down. Splitter. And yeah, it's not quite there. Now we put that there, there, and this is going to be cast screws. Yeah. It's a problem with all of them. But again, right now, I'm just trying to get this done fairly quickly. So I'm just using that to figure it out. Also, part of the problem is probably because you have to put in what your resources are, what recipes I have, and I don't have all the recipes. And so you tend to get what it thinks is the best combination of stuff, which isn't necessarily the best combination of stuff. Hey, dog, what did you did? That offspring number 3 is complaining. Hate screws. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind the screws as much as long as you got the right recipe. Like I said, this is all going to be rebuilt, so I'm not all that picky about what it looks like. This is a wonky thing with, they put in the straight mode, but every once in a while you do the straight mode and it comes off at a slight angle. Let's put in all these uprights. These conveyor poles. Oh, there was one there, yep. So yeah, so I'm just stacking lines because eventually the goal is to have, you know, a massive foundry location where I'm shoveling massive amounts of resources through it. And I'm just cutting straight through because there is a problem with splitters and lifts in blueprints. Iron ore to ingots to iron pipe and iron wire, rotors and stators, motors. Yep. Oh, Mrs. Kahuna just texted me. What does Mrs. Kahuna have to say? Wink on the way home for the peanut butter jelly cups for Joel's birthday. Couple of strawberry. All right. Apparently it's her boss's birthday tomorrow, so she's picking up Reese's PB&J cups. And if you haven't tried them, well, if you like Reese's, you should try them. They basically have, it's not really a jelly, it's more like a gel. But they have strawberry and grape, and it's kind of like having a PB&J with chocolate. They're really kind of tasty. I missed one, didn't I? Yep. It was good chatting with you too, Bob. Keep me posted on how the health thing's going. All right, I want to know that you're okay. And you'll see more of me online. I'm sure we'll see more of you online. It was great seeing you though. Thanks for hanging and thanks for the tips. I will check out Tumbling Satellite, Nutella and jelly. Kinda. That's kind of like next level. Yeah, I need to put a double here. Nutella and jelly. Yum. Sounds way tasty. All right, here come the screws. What else does this need? Copper sheet. Well, that's going to be the new one. Copper sheet. All right. Iron wire. Up here. Stator. Where else did it go, though? Stitched iron plate. Oh. Ethereum wire. The wire goes to stitched iron plate. Okay. I have stitched iron plate built up here. Why? Yep. There it is. All right, so let me, I gotta do jeez. Got myself all twisted there. 9. Conveyor splitter. H. Right along those lines. Then we go up, up, over, over. That's where it needs to be. There. Ah, it didn't do it. another issue. Sometimes you connect these and they didn't really connect. Oh, that one didn't connect because I'm a bonehead. I do that all over again. Yeah, about 15 minutes here, then I gotta go cook dinner. Aforementioned Italian sausage manicotti. I didn't rotate it right. Still aligned. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, that ability to align things like that was sorely missed until this. There we go. Now this should be working short. Oh, nope, don't have iron plate going yet. And what does iron plate need? It's not iron plate. That's iron plate. It needs iron ingots. I can go get those. Should bring that one just straight this way. So do you work again in the morning stretch, or are you off for a day or two? Sorry, I got kind of involved there for a minute. Oh, I gotta go way down there. Or 11 to 5. You better be going to bed soon then. Because what? It's almost 11 your time, right? Almost 12. Oh, you're 8 ahead of us. Dang it, it did it again. Which one went off? This one's fine. Oh, the end of it went off. You have to watch it. See, I think it kind of just tilts off to one side for some reason. And now it's doing it again. Makes no sense. Going off a straight. Yeah, that's where it's supposed to go, right along that line. 9:30, so you can stay up for another hour. Well, I'm only here for another 10, so you can't blame it on me. All right, which one needed the ingot? Is this? Yeah. I'm going to do this. Yeah, got to think about how I'm going to make this work. 1, 2 there, so this is 3. Need to make this go up 3. We'll go. It's just right along that line, so I got to put it right about here. 1, 2, 3. Right out. Iron clothes go up. Read your Hound of the Baskervilles. I am a fan of Sherlock Holmes. Used to read it all the time when I was a kid. All right. That's going to send ingots up. Which is going to give me the iron parts I need here. The iron plate, which I need here, which is going to give me that. Now I need rotors. It's a motor. It's a stator. Modular frame. Rotors. For which... Oh, I need power. Oh, I knew I brought the screws over. Let's see, who should I raid? Because we're 8 minutes away, so I probably should figure out who it's going to be. All right, yeah, there we go. Who's up? Bunch of people doing Satisfactory. Let's take off same category. Oops, no. Let's add following and similar or smaller size. Let's take that one off. Following. Carson Druid is up. Terrible novelist. Any suggestions? Well, Bill's coming out tomorrow. We'll leave it with 2 pounds left in the bank. Ah. Mrs. Kahuna gets paid tomorrow night. But luckily our tax returns came in this week, so we're doing all right now. Bills are paid. Able to put some money away. Element Eds? We can rate Element Eds. Let me look. Search for Element Eds. All right. We can do that one. We'll raid that. Really? A 3-minute break now? Well, hell. Let's just rate it that now then. All right. We're going to send everybody to Element Eds. So, I think that's entirely you, Stretch. So, I'll be back Friday with a Kahuna Reads. I will be taking the advice I have been given on stream tonight and seeing what I can do with it. And hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. See you Friday. If not, I should be back on Monday. And we'll find out what's going on then. Off you go to Element Eds. Have yourself a great week, rest of your week. And I'll see you then.
Hey, Kahuna! Thank you for the raid, my friend. How are you? It's been a while. Hey, Stretch.